Now, you've clicked on this video because you understand. You know what you're doing behind closed doors. Nobody else knows but you. But at the end of the day, it is your brain that sends a signal to your hand to perform said action. And whether you feel like it or not, you feel as if you're obligated to do it. Even if you're just tired or you're not even horny at times, you just feel the need to do it. It's as if you lose control of yourself, your own body, and enter the state of autopilot, where you've just outsourced your consciousness to another entity. You take a break for 2 days and then return. A feeling of deep shame and regret is also associated. Society may have normalized this, but this is not normal. If you want to truly change, then you need to get yourself a paper and pen and focus, because I'm about to spit some knowledge for you. If you are full of shit, however, then click off this video. It is of no use to you, and I even went through the effort of creating a whole ass presentation for you guys with key points. No mucking around here. If you cannot even interest 10 minutes of your pathetic life to potentially revolutionize yourself for the better, then you are in a rude awakening. You need to start taking shit serious. Another disclaimer before we begin: if you are easily offended by the truth, then this video and channel is not for you. This is my channel, I say what I want and I speak the truth. I don't sugarcoat or gatekeep nothing. Enough of this bullshit, let's start. Now, the first point that I'm going to make is yes, it is an addiction. And like any addiction, drugs, alcohol, gambling, it can become a compulsive behavior that takes up significant amount of time and energy. If there are any gaps of free time in your day that allow you to be in a more conscious and relaxed state of mind, you are more likely to indulge in something stupid. Usually when your brain decides to go watch some pornography, there are some steps that occur beforehand which put you in a more vulnerable position and make you more susceptible to your desires and therefore more likely to submit to them. Before the decision to watch pornography, certain triggers or stresses often set the stage. These can be emotional, psychological, or situational factors such as stress at work or school, relationship conflicts, loneliness, boredom, anxiety, etc. In addition to this, it is a form of escapism and cope. Stop being a pussy. When you face stress or discomfort, you may turn to escapism as a coping mechanism. Pornography, with its instant gratification, becomes a quick and easily accessible escape from reality. So what this means is that essentially your reality is not giving you enough natural dopamine sources, therefore you're resorting to quick and shit dopamine. Think about when you started the addiction. All those years you have been training your body to respond to your life experiences with an unnatural dopamine source. This over time has become a habitual pattern where you now cannot just simply remove it from your life and feel fine. Because that main source of dopamine has been removed and needs to be replaced by something equally as arousing. Now here's the thing guys, the first practical step: create a table. On your iPhone, in notes, like a timetable for every minute, every second, that time segment must be dedicated to an activity other than watching pornography. You must fill in the voids of empty time with an activity that will provide you with an interchangeable release of dopamine that can substitute the one of pornography. There are many activities that you can replace with this addiction that will actually benefit you instead of turning you into an antisocial goblin. Exercising, getting paid, driving, or hanging out with these friends even. No offense, but you are probably not constantly interacting with humans in a fun way if you are still addicted to pornography. Because if you actually knew how to communicate with other people, particularly the opposite gender, you wouldn't even need pornography anyways. So the first actionable step: create a timetable and fill it out with activities that will benefit you and the ones that you particularly enjoy. You must plan out your life. With no plan, you have empty time slots. And we already know what we like to do in those empty time slots, don't we? Filthy weasel. Now, next point. You better be taking notes. This shit is for free. You have no excuses to be a constant loser. Pornography is basically making you a loser. Think about this. You have by default put yourself in a position where you are the cuck by watching two other adults engage in an activity you are deprived of and desperate for. A lot of these so-called influences are telling you to gradually abstain from it, slowly lowering your frequency of masturbation. However, if you are a grown adult, a grown man, and you cannot control yourself enough not to do something like masturbating, then you have a lot more to worry about. There's a reason that shame and guilt is attached to it and such a disgusting endeavor. It's because it is a shameful activity. This is a huge problem, which is why it needs to be addressed so frequently. This video can go on for days, which is why there will be multiple parts in the upcoming future. This sexually immoral pandemic has gone out of control, which is why you need to be the one that rejects it. The truth is that no website blocker, or phone locker, or app timer is going to fix this problem for you. You must break the cycle. You must want change. Now, this vicious loop is concerning because it can be stimulated by intensity. What does this mean? Think about caffeine or pre-workout. The first time the substance is introduced to your body responds in a more natural way to the dosage and feels the effects more intensely because it's your first time. However, as time goes on, your body adapts to this change and requires more of the same stimulant to feel the arousal that it felt once before. This is because of its adaptation to stimulus. Frequent exposure to explicit sexual content often involves a heightened level of sexual arousal and novelty. This can then lead to an increased need for intense or novel stimuli to maintain interest and excitement. For example, real-life sexual experiences may not always be able to match the level of arousal generated by pornography. You may always find yourself needing to increase the amount of explicit or extreme content to achieve the same level of excitement you once experienced with milder material. Now, there are many more adverse effects like shitty sexual performance, shit out of public interactions, etc. However, this is the worst by far because this desensitization is what keeps you in the endless loop of masturbation. Now that we have identified the issue in depth, I'm going to give you another practical step. The issue you're actually suffering from is the submission to your impulse behaviors. Here is the actionable step. You're going to come to terms with an individual of your choice and explain your problem to them. Someone you trust, obviously, not some moron. This person will be your accountability partner. Remember, you have to take this seriously or else it will not work. You have to want it. You will pair this with a reward and a punishment system. Once again, if you do not take this seriously, it will not work. But if you are transparent and clear with your partner, it will work beautifully. You must be held accountable for your actions. At the end of the day, it is only you that knows. These rewards should be meaningful to you, serving as positive reinforcement for your progress. Perhaps it's a night out with your friends, a special treat, or a new hobby you've been wanting to explore. The key is to associate your accomplishments with positive experiences. Conversely, for every setback there should be a consequence, a self-imposed penalty that acts as a deterrent. This could involve giving up something you enjoy temporarily, like a favorite pastime or a guilty pleasure, as a reminder of the importance of your commitment. The balance between rewards and consequences should be tailored to your individual needs and desires. Now remember, the success of this system hinges on your commitment and transparency. Your accountability partner must be aware of both your achievements and your lapses, so they can play an active role in reinforcing your determination. They're not here to judge you, but to support and guide you on your journey. Good luck, mate. Be sure to keep your updates in the comments below, or any questions down in the comment section below, cause I guarantee you that they won't be left unanswered. Remember, you hold the key to the door. If not you, then who? It is a crime against yourself. Break free.